Welcome back to the Chocolate Guys.
We're back.
We are so happy that you decided to click on our video and tune in today.
Don't know if you got a girl. Don't mean to disrespect, but all of you rule my world. I even dream of you, I swear.
I have to ask you, y'all know every video, so y'all better just get used to doing it before you watch our videos. Have you looked in the mirror today? Told yourself that you are beautiful, that you are worthy, that you can do this. Just keep going. If you haven't, stop the video, go do that, and then come back. Alright, so now that that's done,
Yes.
we can get into today's video.
So this video, we wanted to talk about the things that we wish that we knew before we started medical school.
Yes.
Like, there's so many things that we learned in the past, like 7 months that we're just like, yo, shook.
I wish I would have known this beforehand. Would have been very useful.
Like, so first things first, med school and college
They're
are
not the
same.
They are not one and the same.
Yo, not the same.
They're completely different. Like, it's fun.
Yes,
it can be fun.
It can be fun with the right people.
It's like you've already got kind of like all that fun and partying kind of out of your system.
Yeah.
Like, well,
You can still do
you
that,
can still
but not
do
as
it,
much.
but not as much. So you've gotten all those experiences out of the way. So like you know how you turn up, how you have fun, or whatever.
Right.
So you can still do that at med school, but it's not going to be the same experience. If
Not
that
at
makes
all.
sense. Because your studies do have to come first. Like they should have came first in undergrad.
If it
But
did
you know,
before,
you could slack
you
a
kind
little
of finesse
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, but you can't. There's no finesse in
in
medical
there,
school. Like you have to make sure that you're on your stuff, that you're studying like you're supposed to.
100%.
Like that comes first, and then like to celebrate, of course, go out. Like you can go to brunch.
You know, bottomless mimosas.
My favorite thing.
If fun for you is just sitting at home chilling, you know.
You can do that as well. Like whatever your fun consists of, going to yoga, playing basketball, like whatever. You definitely have time to do that. It's just how you manage your time.
So balance your time wisely, please.
Yeah.
You can't play games.
You can't.
Like that determines whether you see your people or not.
But
so.
you can't have fun. So don't think that, oh my gosh, all my fun is going to be sucked away. No,
That's-
like, literally every person in our class has fun.
Yeah.
Some have more than others. Because I be looking at other people like,
hey,
dang,
like,
you gotta live it every weekend. But hey sis, if you're doing it, if you
how
got
you
your
live,
schedule
girl.
down and you know that you can do that and still do well in school, then and people have different goals too.
Yeah,
So.
that's very true. People have different mindsets, different goals, different opinions. So definitely like remember that and know that diversity doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be with a bunch of people who look like you visually. Some people, diversity for some people is like religion. It's just different backgrounds in general in terms of how they were raised. Like a lot of different things can contribute to diversity. So definitely don't think that, you know, if you don't see people who look like you necessarily, the same skin color.
Yeah, that's one thing
you're
that
not
I definitely
diverse.
learned. Like, diversity is not skin color. Diversity is what makes that person them, because everybody's unique. And people are chosen to go into med school for those unique characteristics and personalities.
Very true.
Like, just if you go, we're lucky because we actually have a lot of people who do look like us in our class compared to most medical schools. But there's a lot of medical schools who don't. So as a person of color, you may be one of two, one of one,
That's very true.
one of
It's
5,
possible.
one of 14,
It's
one
very
of 20.
possible.
Like it just depends. But you have to kind of change your mindset and go in like just wanting to get to know different people just because of their different like personalities and backgrounds and perspectives, not just because of what skin color they are.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I really had to learn, because as a physician, you are going to be dealing with patients who don't necessarily look like you and have the same color as you, but you're still going to have to provide the optimal health care for them.
Right.
And you're going to have to tweak your approach depending on their background and what culture they come from.
Don't let somebody else's culture be that barrier between the two.
Yeah.
Educate yourself on
Educate
different
yourself.
cultures, please. Like that is the most important thing. Most of your patients will not look like you.
Yeah, that's true.
So educate yourself. Another thing that we wish you would have known is that some people are just more experienced in different stuff than I am. And it kind of hurts your confidence the first few months of med school, thinking that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, and that other people know more than you do. But definitely don't take that to heart, because everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And so something that you're strong in may be somebody else's weakness, and you may be able to use that and help them and not be like cocky about it. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah.
Just know now people are smarter than you.
Mm-hmm.
People will always be smarter than you. People will have more experience than you do, but you can't let that get you down.
Right.
Like, you just have to work harder, to be honest. Like, because I realized first semester too, like, wow, people really know a lot. Like, but that doesn't mean that you're not smart or that you're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that there's some things you have to learn that other people don't. And so you just have to realize that that's why comparing yourself is bad, because you never know what experiences somebody else has.
So another thing that I wish I would have known before coming to med school is that grades don't define you. I felt like I wasn't a below average student. I was pretty average, I think, but I feel like being amongst people who are like in the pre-med society, they are so competitive and they make you feel like your B in that class is going to make you not even a candidate worthy enough to apply to medical school. Grades are important. Don't get it twisted. They are very important, but they do not define you. Like the MCAT score, yes, that is very important. It matters.
Your GPA,
right?
Matters.
But that B in that class won't be
the end of
your life. Like, you will be okay.
When you're in medical school, everybody who is chosen to be in that class is the top of the top students. Like, they're the best students who got the best grades, who are involved in everything.
That's very true.
And so when you put all of those people in one class, like, it's gonna be hard to like really like keep up with like with that, you know, with that standard. So, and they might have been like the best of the best of the best, but I was just the best of the best. So you feel, so you know how that kind of works out. Like, you really get humbled and like, dang, like maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did.
That's not true.
But that's not true, because you still know a lot, but you just have to tweak things and like, you know, and they might have like more competitive aspirations than what I may have, which may not require as much as I need to do. And that depends like on personal goals, what they want to do, because with whatever specialty you do, you're gonna have to work hard.
That's
regardless, because you're gonna be a doctor at the end of the day.
You don't want to be a
But some specialties require more.
So the last thing that we want to talk about that we wish we would have known is that people definitely sugarcoat the struggle of medical school.
Yeah.
They kind of just are like, yeah, it's hard, but you know.
No,
it's hard, y'all. It is difficult. It tests you in so many other ways besides academically. It tests your ability to just persevere through hard times, because some people go through difficult times outside of med school while struggling, and like people get sick, like family members get sick. Like, there's so many things that happen outside of med school, but it tests a lot of your strength, and I feel like people downplay that a lot.
Yeah, because it's not just academically hard. Like, that's hard, but you get used to that hard. Like, you get used to you get used to how much is required of you. But when you have that on top of personal stuff happening and family members getting sick, or like this happening and that happening, that's when it really gets hard. So you have to balance doing well in school while also worrying about personal things happening, and then that combined is a lot. It gets harder because the level that's required of you in med school is higher.
That's very true.
So it's even harder to deal with all those things, and people don't always talk about that. So I feel like it's important to know that it will be hard, but of course you can overcome it. But it's gonna be hard. Like,
if you need to go to counseling, definitely go to counseling. I know people who recommend. I've been in counseling in undergrad. Like, it is very, very, very helpful to just vent and to know, like, vent to someone who doesn't know anything about you, have that like objective perspective. So definitely go to counseling if you need to go to counseling. People of color, go to counseling. Y'all be trying to pretend like y'all need it. Some of us really need it. So
mental health matters. It's real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. It's a disease. Like, you can get help for it. You can get medication for it. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're alone or isolated, because you're not. There's probably people who are close to you who are going through the same thing. So, like, don't be scared to seek out those resources. And I feel like all schools have a therapist, a psychiatrist, a counselor on campus that you can utilize that's either included in your tuition or free. Like, so definitely use those.
Yeah. Prayer works, but prayer also, you can also pray for a counselor to come into your life and give you that intercession, okay? So don't play yourself. So yeah, those are the little things that we want to talk about.
We wish that we would have known. There's probably more stuff, but I feel like those are like the most important that really don't get talked about. So
So now we move on to our next Drop a Gem segment.
So our gem for today is going to be self-care.
Yes.
So basically talking about whatever you need to do for yourself to get you right, to be in your happy space, to be positive.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, peace of mind. Just whatever you have to do to get you to be where you need to be.
Yeah.
So for me, I have a lot of things.
Go ahead, Joffrey, girl.
But for me, I call my mom. Me and my mom are really close. Like, that's like my best friend. So if I'm stressed.
Hey, mama.
I know you watch it. So if I'm stressed, if I just need somebody to laugh with or to talk to, I will call my mom or my best friend, Jazz. Hey, Jazz, you probably like you too. Okay. So I'll call those people, and then he's like, they'll bring me back to reality. They'll make me laugh. They'll cry with me if I need to. They'll just listen to me cry and comfort me.
Yeah.
So definitely talking to those, your person, your people in your life, talk to them. That brings me back. It gives me sanity. And just being, like, having my alone time. Like, I like to be around people, but I also like my alone time and my me time. So whether that's just me watching YouTube videos, watching Netflix, cooking, or just going out for a walk, or whatever I need to do by myself to make me happy, that's what I'll do. And then when I want to be around people, then I'll go around people because they're there.
That's true.
So yeah, for that, I feel like those are like the top things that brings me back to my happy space.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely my mom, my best friend, like, for sure, like, almost weekly basis, my mom, daily basis, my best friend, Inky. Hey, girl. I know, I definitely know you watching. But yeah, so having that, like, constant reminder that you got people in your world who are crazy and who will just get your mind off of school for a while is definitely very important. I don't like leaving my house.
She don't.
This is my happy place.
That's how we're feeling.
We gotta go. We gotta go out into the world and like deal with chaos and all that stuff. This is my tranquility, my peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I decorated this place so that I don't have to leave nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So definitely like being at home and just being away from people for a while. Cause I'm an introvert. Like, I love people. Kind of. I like people, but I get drained really easily. Like, sometimes I'll be in a bad mood. Sometimes I'm hungry. Bro,
she be hangry.
Bro, like, food is the move. Okay, let me tell you something about food, okay?
Hangry.
I'm hangry right now, too. So, yeah, definitely, like, my friends being at home. And, I guess, like, I like YouTube videos. Hence the reason why we're here. But, you know, I like to binge watch Jackie.
And so you watch it, girl. You need to watch videos.
Yeah, definitely love Jackie. I love the Ellises. I don't know if you know about the Ellises. The Val and Kadeen. They're just so adorable.
I love you.
I love De'Ara and Ken.
Napshow 85.
You know, hey,
my hair looking right. Gay Babe TV.
Yeah.
There's many. I watch
so many people. My subscriber list.
Patricia.
Hey. But yeah, so definitely like I like to be at home and watch my YouTube because I'm not really a movie person. I'm a show and a YouTube person. So definitely those are my things that I do to keep my peace of mind, my sanity outside of medical school because sis, you know, I'm getting stressed out.
Just make time for yourself. Have that me time. Have that quality time.
Please do
just
that.
to get yourself right.
Recharge for the next week.
Yeah,
People be trying you during the week. You gotta de-stress.
So yeah, don't forget to do those things.
Yes.
It's so important. That's why we stress it.
Yes. So that concludes another video from the Chocolate Docs.
Another one.
So yes, don't forget to like,
comment. I'm usually on point. Comment.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe to our channel.
Share.
Yes.
Share with your cousin and them, your mama, your daddy, your mama's, everybody.
Your high school mentee, your college mentee. Share with all these folks. They need our help.
Everybody.
So yeah, on Twitter we're chocolate_docs. On Instagram we're at the chocolate docs. On Facebook we're at the chocolate docs. So, you know, we keep it real easy for y'all to find us, and we're gonna keep all of the links below as well.
Email us too if you have any questions about anything.
Yes, thechocolatedocs@gmail.com.
That's also down below. So leave a comment and drop a gem for other people.
Let us
what
know.
do you do for self-care? For self-care.
I want to know.
Me too.
Do you sleep like I do? Or do you do bottomless mimosas like her?
Brunch. The best thing ever. Whoever invents mimosas.
Look, I need a good coin. I'm gonna be brunching every Sunday, okay?
You know,
but yeah.
God.
if you got a girl.
Hello?